All right. Hello. Welcome to our April community call. So glad to have each of you here. We are, um, we just have a lot of really great things going on in Plexus right now, if you haven't caught on. And we're going to talk about some of those things today. We're also really honored to have Hannah, I was going to say Hannah Knoll, Hannah Hilario. She'll be sharing her story in just a bit as well. We're going to talk a little bit about the new loyalty program. Guess what? I think we're all still kind of trying to figure that out, but hopefully we can bring a little more clarity to it. And we're going to continue to learn about that as we go. I am excited about our new loyalty program. Um, and actually, maybe I'll just go ahead and touch on that. I feel like that's just kind of a small piece here. So the new loyalty program is what's replacing our Plexus Perks program from before. And you guys, I remember the day when we had no loyalty program, no perks, no nothing. And so I always look at this program and go, this is such a gift. Um, Not an expectation, it's a gift. And what Plexus is saying is we want to reward you for consistency because we know consistency is key and so important when it comes to getting results. And for those that are new here, like welcome, welcome. And I just want to really encourage you over the next 30, 60, 90, the first 30 days, especially focus on figuring out a routine and getting your products in every single day. Focus on that consistency. And then over, 60, 90 days, just really continue in that consistency. You might notice some changes. Oftentimes, people, if you are very consistent, people notice changes in their first 30 to 60 days, but give your body time. Even more than, I mean, there's the thing of giving the products time. There's also this thing of giving your body time to take in what you are using and actually begin to change things from the inside out. This is not just like a quick fix, quick do this and like jar things into place. So be patient. And I'm telling you, those who are patient and consistent do see changes, see results. So, and stay in close connection with your sponsor. She is there to guide you, to support you. And guess what? We're all still learning. If she or myself don't have answers, we'll go look for them together. So, what the new loyalty program is doing is when a new VIP customer makes their first purchase, they get 10% off that first order. This is just a gift for you coming in. And then when you have hmm, hang on, uh, my my earbud is suddenly saying battery low, and I only have my one here. I'm not quite sure my other one is. Don't you just love?
Now. Can you hear me now? Yeah, okay. Um, where was that? All right, the loyalty program is very much tied to the subscription. So your first month, you're getting that 10% off. Your second month, when your subscription of 100 PV or more processes, so each product has a PV associated with it. So, for example, our gut health, our triplex combo, those run right around 110, 120 PV. So, when your subscription of 100 PV or more processes that second month, Plexus is going to be giving you a bag of, it's called Plexus Favorites. So, a variety of our active drinks, the flavors. That's the Clean Energy Mental Clarity. The Hydroplex in Canada, Hydrate in the States. That's the electrolyte drink. And then different flavors of our Slim Microbiome and Slim Hunger Control. You're going to get this bag of, it's called Plexus Favorites. You're going to get that after your month two, subscription processes. After month three, you are, and so now we're working on our 90 days. After you get your month three subscription of 100 PV or more, you are going to get a free bag of active. In the States, it will be the variety pack of active. So you're going to get some of each of the flavors. In Canada, it is our peach mango active, which is my all-time favorite. Um, so that is how it works for new customers. If you do not order that second month, you do not get the Plexus favorites. So here's what I say. Even if maybe you had a little bit of a slow start that first month and it sort of feels like, you know what, maybe you could wait a little longer to get your products, go ahead and get them. Don't miss out on your bag of favorites. And I always like to have at least an extra 2 to 4 month of products on hand because you know what happens? Mail strikes happen. You go on vacation. Your mom, your sister, somebody else sees what you're drinking and they want to taste it too. Who knows? You want to have a little extra. Here in Canada, we have seen so many mail strikes and I have seen so many people not get their products. So, month one, 10%. Month two, you get those Plexus favorites. Month three, active. This is Plexus rewarding you for consistency. And then quarterly, I think it's month 6, 9, and 12, there is another free product as you stay consistent. Okay. From my understanding, if you break that consistency, then you lose out on whatever the following gifts would be. That's my understanding. And those of us that are existing customers, thank you, Plexus. They are allowing us to take advantage of this as well. So make sure your subscription is turned on to 100 PV. And last month was month one. And so April is considered month two for those of us that are existing customers. Have your subscription turned on so that way this month you will be getting the Plexus favorites. Now, I also think if you didn't have your subscription on last month, maybe you didn't catch on what all was going on, have your subscription set this month, and then I think next month will be your month two. Anybody want to correct me on that? Like I said, I think we're still, I was actually on the phone with Plexus support about this the other day. So that's my understanding. Get your subscription on, stay consistent because you came here for results. And that's what we want to help you get. Now we have, we're going to talk a little bit more about our Slim and Trim and the challenge and some of those products, the new purple drink that everybody's been talking about and like, what even is the purple drink? But before we go any further, I see that Hannah, she seems to have, things seem to be pretty quiet for her right now. I know she has a little girl. So Hannah, why don't we bring you on? Tell us, oh, her little girl is right there. Well, look, I just love how we make these things work, right? Alongside our children and everything. So, Hannah, tell us where you're from and tell us about your Plexus story.
Hey Jody, thank you so much for having me today. I'm excited to get to share because just as I was here listening to you, I'm actually cracking up at myself because I'm just thinking, when did I ever think I could actually start doing Plexus? Like, I'm not a Jody, I'm not a Lucy, I don't have my ducks in a row. I don't even know that I have ducks. But like, I'm proof that anybody can do it. And so I'm really excited to share just a little bit. And yes, things might be quiet on your end. Things are not quiet on mine. I thought maybe she was going to sleep through this, but she didn't. So that's totally fine. She can come. You might hear some banging. That's just her on her tray.
All good. Thank you for still being
Absolutely. So my Plexus journey, actually, we just hit the year mark that I placed my first Plexus order. It was last March, March of 2025. So this kind of feels like a milestone for me that I actually made it to a year. I have never ever made it to a year sticking with anything specifically health related because nothing ever worked for me long term like Plexus has, which is why I'm obviously so passionate to share it. So thanks to Lucy for sticking with me. Actually, I had contacted her 6 months prior to placing my first order because she just made it look so attractive. And obviously, me as the ultimate skeptic, I've been watching her stories for a while, and I finally decided I'm just gonna like select one of her polls and kind of see what happens. And so she had connected with me. She was very warm and welcoming, and she actually sent me a cart link. She put a cart link together for me, and I took a look at the price and I ghosted her for 6 months. So I'm like the worst customer ever. But I am actually the story takes a bright turn then when I actually 6 months later I was um 2 months pregnant. I was puking and feeling horrible. And I realized that the price tag that I had seen on the products felt a lot easier than the way I was feeling. So I reconnected with Lucy. I told her where I was at. She very graciously welcomed me back. I placed my first order, and the price still felt I wouldn't say high, but I wasn't sure if it was doable for me right with the budget I was working with. So Lucy helped me go into business my very first month. She created a chat for me. I got to invite all my people, and God bless me so much that first month. I made way more than I spent on my original order, and it has been that way consistently ever since then. I have never needed to spend a cent on any of my Plexus products. So that in itself is huge, being able to supply myself and my family with clean health products. And also like a really big side of that for me was getting to grow a very fat healthy baby girl because I had that pregnancy support. The amount of times she's actually had a belly ache I could probably almost count on my two hands, and I know that for a lot of moms that's not the story. So I'm just really really blessed that I got to heal my gut and in turn heal hers when she was inside me. That was only one of the huge blessings that Plexus actually was to me, because as I started staying consistent with the products, first of all, we get the initial big goals crossed off. My nausea disappeared, my energy returned like I had never had before that I remember because I had Lyme's disease for about the first 16 months, first 16 years of my life. And so I assume I may have still been dealing with some co-infections from that into my adult years. So I never was a very energetic person. So yeah, we got my nausea taken care of. I started being able to poop regularly, and so we got that good detox started. My energy returned. All this while I was pregnant, which is kind of amazing. Then I started realizing that my low grade yeast infections that I had struggled with for, I would say, probably most of my teen years, sort of like off and on low grade, I realized that it wasn't a part of my life anymore. Shortly following that, I realized that the body acne and facial acne that I had struggled with ever since puberty had disappeared. When I got married, I thought, okay, maybe there's going to be some hormonal changes. Maybe the hormonal changes of pregnancy and stuff are going to help. It actually didn't help at all. It may have even gotten slightly worse. And within about 6 to 7 months of being on Plexus, I realized that I very rarely have a pimple anymore. And that's pretty huge for me. So that's pretty exciting. So I'm sticking with Plexus. I haven't always been a stellar example of taking my supplements every single day. So I have a lot of grace for people that struggle to do that, but I can tell you that when you do it, it pays off. It's worth being consistent if you want results. So I'm excited about what's coming in the future in 2026 because 2025 was so much healing for me. So we're really just getting started in sharing all this goodness and continuing to heal myself from the inside out.
All right, awesome. And your husband, he kind of like got a little curious at what you were taking too, right?
He did, yes.
He,
He actually still loves the products. He's not super consistent with them, but never he did the 3 day reset.
yes,
And I'm sorry, is someone not muted?
it's okay. I
Okay.
fixed it.
Thank you. Yeah, so he did the 3 day reset because he was struggling with heartburn and he had no heartburn at all on the 3 day reset
Wow.
and the days following. Now, he did not stay consistent with the BioCleanse and ProBio 5. But he knows whenever he starts telling me, oh, he's dealing with heartburn, I'm like, did you take your supplements? And he says no. And he knows that they do really help. So I do give a lot of hope for guys that struggle with heartburn because the gut health system has really helped my husband whenever he stays consistent with it. And
Mhm.
there's also the added plus of weight loss with the 3-day reset and all the other
Yep.
things that my husband was, I forget, the first time he did a reset, I think he lost five, was it 5 or 6? I forget. He was, it was a fairly significant number
Wow.
of pounds that he lost. And he did do it again here recently and also had great results.
And
So
he
yeah,
just did it. He did a really fun YouTube video the first time he did it. I just think it's hilarious. So
he did. Yeah, it's really funny. It's very authentic.
yes, I
Yeah,
should post that in the Wellness Hub Facebook group again sometime. I think there would
sure
be some other
thing.
men that would probably enjoy seeing that too.
Yeah, I think too, guys need to realize this isn't just a women's supplement hype. And also, my teenage son is almost 17. And whenever he's with us, he consistently asks for a Slim Active drink. He loves the sweet tea Slim mixed with the peach mango active. And recently, he's also started stealing my my skin health as products as well. He loves to use those on his face. So that's fun.
Wow, truly family favorites, something for everyone.
For
And
sure.
Hannah, you started with Triplex? Is that what you started with?
I did.
Yeah.
Yes. Triplex, X Factor, and Iron Woman is what I started with. Yeah.
Very good. So good for pregnancy and all of that. Does anybody have any questions for Hannah before we jump to the next thing? Hannah did so well at just starting to tell her friends about it right from the start. Like they started the products right with her, right with you, right? You guys were like kind of figuring it out together as you went. And I know that was such a blessing to your family. And just in case you haven't noticed yet, but this month I mean, Plexus is always rewarding you for cash if you refer somebody and then upgrade to ambassador. It does not cost anything to upgrade to ambassador, but if you choose to just remain a VIP customer and you'd rather not deal with that, then that's also fine. But in addition to that, there's often different gifts or incentives that they have going on. Last month, when you enrolled 3, you got a vibration plate, which is really good for the lymphatic system, I guess, is what I hear. I'm excited to try that when it gets here. And this month, and many of you earned that, which was amazing. Just so many people sharing about the products. This month, if you invite 3 people and they come start with you, um, it is what is it called? A Vista, some kind of water blender bottle schnazzy thing. I've never seen them before, but it seems to have like I don't know. It's not really a blender, but it's maybe kind of like has a whisk or something attached to it to mix your drinks up on the go. So it looks really cool. So that's a fun thing that's happening this month. All right. Just checking, no questions. Uh, thank you, Trish. I think it's a Visp, she says. I don't know. I knew it was a V and a S and a P somewhere in there. So I went and looked on Amazon what a Visp was, and I found it there or somewhere. So it looks pretty neat. So our next Slim and Trim Challenge. All right, some of you have already been in that first big Slim and Trim Challenge that we've been having going on here in the month of March. We have another one starting in April because so many people are loving the purple drink, which is the mix of Slim, Black Cherry Lime, Hunger Control. I gotta say it slowly enough so I can get all those things in. Slim Black Cherry Lime, Hunger Control, and Restore. When you mix those two together, that's the purple drink. And when you drink the purple drink, you're also taking two capsules of Balance or Block with those. And that makes up, It's called Slim and Trim in the States. In Canada, it's called Control and Guard. It makes up that combo, and it's really interesting how it even came to be. These products are not new to Plexus. The combo is new. Putting these three together to be used like this is new, but the products have been loved and have been here for a long time. And what has been really interesting is seeing, and this just came by customers tweaking and trying the products in this way and discovering, oh my word, when we use Restore and Slim and Balance or Block all together mid-morning, you want to try and catch the 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. window, because there's a certain cycle that your hormones go through in that amount of time. And what they discovered is in taking these products mid-morning like this without any of the other Plexus products, sorry, no mixing your active with this one. I know that's kind of hard, but you can do that another time. Is so they noticed that it resulted in a lot of people noticing decreasing in their sugar cravings, the food noise, like that thing of just sort of feeling like you're always thinking about food. Some people, when they're stressed, they eat food. Some people just don't eat food. I'm a stress eater. I get that. It's like that food noise, the hunger, just even sometimes like not quite knowing, am I full or not? So noticing that these things are signaling way better in your body when they're using these. And in turn, a lot of people are losing inches, pounds, reduce their inflammation is going down. I mean, there have been people that have even lost their rings over this because suddenly their fingers are slimming down and their rings dropped off somewhere. So what's happening, your body has natural signals in the body for hunger, cravings, fullness, for these kinds of things. Your body is already designed to be able to do this. But sometimes those signals just aren't working very well. And that's when you start feeling snacky. You don't really feel satisfied after meals. Your cravings feel stronger than like your mind over matter. It's like sometimes you think, I just got to put my mind to this, but those cravings just feel stronger than that. And what's really interesting is it's actually not a discipline issue, it's a signaling issue. And the Restore and the Slim together actually are signaling to your hormones, especially your GLP-1 hormone. GLP-1, I mean, we've heard that term like lots in the world because of like things like Ozempic and some of the different shots and things, which are basically just giving your body that hormone. But your body actually does have this hormone, and it's you want to help it function optimally. And so what Restore and Slim are doing is not only is it supporting your liver, your metabolism, your detox organ, it's helping your body process and clear out what it doesn't need. It's supporting fat metabolism, especially overnight. And so these two together are signaling to your GLP-1 hormone to function as it's supposed to function. And a key thing here as well is what will also help this, another layer that you can add to this, is eating protein first at every single meal. Because that also, what you eat first when you start eating sends a signal to your body. It's either going to send a signal to like the GLP-1 hormone to like be working and helping you understand your fullness and your craving cues. Or if you're going to start with like sugar and carbs, then your body immediately begins to release insulin. And we need insulin, but too often, like we're eating things and to where it's releasing it so often, the more your body releases insulin, the less sensitive that it is for it to actually do the work that it needs to do. So using these together has just been a game changer for so many people. And here's what you want to really tune into as you're starting this. If you haven't already started this combo, or if you're getting started on it, some people are noticing like inches or pounds going down right away, but not everyone. For some people, it might take 3 to 4 or 5 weeks because your body's balancing, your body needs time. And there's some people even noticing like, oh, my clothes are fitting better, but the scale hasn't moved. Stay the course. Stay the course. Know that what you are doing is so much more than just weight loss. When you can support your liver, your body, when your liver is overwhelmed, your body holds on to weight. Okay. Your cravings will stay high. Your energy goes low. So these are all the things that you are actually supporting to help your body function better, metabolism work better, and then your body can start letting go of the stored fat. So, any questions that anybody wants to unmute or ask about that? Um, I'm sure there's so many of you that could like say it so much better than me. It's really important that I know not everyone starts with what is it called? The triplex and trim, or the triplex and thrive, like with the ProBio and the bio cleanse. Honestly, that is if you can at all do the whole gut health system with the GLP-1, that's optimal. Or maybe you want to just keep it in the back of your mind and add it on later. When you can add the BioCleanse, especially in there, the BioCleanse works as a toxin binder. And so that is also that's going to help carry out the toxins that are being broken down, being killed off, being cleansed in the liver. So that is why it's really, a lot of you've probably heard people talking about taking the BioCleanse with the GLP-1 combo. GLP-1 is just a GLP-1 combo is just that's not the actual name of the combo on the site. So really, really good if you can do the BioCleanse with it. Another way to help your body with as a toxin binder is eating a green apple, a green organic apple after one meal, sometime during the day, because the pectin in that also works as a binder. I think the BioCleanse is definitely going to be a stronger binder. But that's actually a really good thing too. And so what we're doing in our challenge is we're using these products and implementing some very simple lifestyle habits alongside it, such as not eating between meals. And you know what? It's actually not that hard to do. For the first week or so, I found myself being more snacky, but now I hardly even think about eating anything in between meals. And for me, that's actually a big deal because I don't know the last time I had like a potato chip. Oh my word, I loved potato chips. And I don't have the cravings for them anymore. Um, Trying to get in at least a 10-minute walk during the day, drink half your body weight in ounces of water. A lot of these things are things that you're probably already doing. And if you're not, work them in, at least work on one, keep adding more as you can. Um, any other questions? So a couple of the ingredients in Restore that's really, really cool. There's the berberine. It helps with your blood sugar balancing. It helps with your metabolism. It helps with the appetite regulation. That's one of the big, big key ingredients in Restore. Another one is the spirulina. I was going to look that one up. I can't remember quite offhand what all that one does, but it has some really good. Um, okay, I'm just reading the chat here. Uh, Chris says went for a test at the Dr. Amen clinic and I'm to start a bunch of supplements now. I can keep on taking the trio on for 4 weeks now, and I'm hardly ever hungry. Awesome. I love that. I think you're asking about can you continue to take them? I mean, I'm guessing you can. why don't we talk with your sponsor for sure? I'm not quite sure if I completely understand your question there, but honestly, our supplements work very well alongside other supplements. I know we get that question a lot, and because of how they're really supporting your body, it it usually is actually a really great thing. Lucy says the food noise is down. I don't even miss snacking and the constant full feeling. Yes. Okay. Um, oh, another I liked with berberine. Berberine is kind of like it helps your body to stay more balanced so you're not like on the roller coaster of highs and lows and crashes and cravings. If you ever get a chance to like dig into berberine, it's actually pretty fascinating. All right. Any other questions before we wrap it up? I think that was all for today. Okay. If you want in the challenge, please let your sponsor know. We are still finishing out the one challenge. The next one starts April 8th. There's lots of prizes, lots of giveaways. You can still get into the challenge that's finishing up. Into the first week of April here. You're welcome to hop in there. Pay attention to these groups. There's so much education helping you like just make healthy lifestyle choices, helping you with protein ideas. Eating protein at the beginning of every meal in and of itself is actually a pretty big game changer. It helps you get that fullness, and it just helps you to actually pay attention to the fact that your body does need protein. All right. Deetra, are you holding your baby? Do you want to show him to us? Oh my goodness. This is like the newest little member of the Plexus family. Deetra's baby is what, a week and a half? 2 weeks old? 2 weeks. Congratulations. Hi, Remy. Oh, he looks like he might not be so happy right now to be on camera. All right. Thanks, guys, for being here. Have a good month. Reach out with any questions. We're here to help. All right. See ya.